Right. So this is wool here, just like you're here and you're here, because these images they don't have wool here. They have long string here. Read on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
All right. So white like wool, as white as snow. So this is strike one against this. Read on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So the whites of his eyes were as the flame of fire. His eyes are still white. Strike two. Read on.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Is what?
His feet like unto fine brass.
So your feet is the same color as your neck, your hand. So whatsoever color the feet of Jesus Christ is, that is how he looks. What color is brass? B-R-A-S-S. Brass. What do you think brass is? Okay, you ever watch the Olympics and you see gold, silver, and bronze? Bronze is a kind of what color? Brown. So bronze and brass is from the same family. Brown. So it's saying that Christ's feet was brown. But let's see, how brown?
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burnt in a furnace. No, if you burn anything that is already brown, what color will it turn?
Black.
What?
Black.
What?
Black.
Black. So you're showing that Christ is a black man according to the Bible. So some people may say, why is this important? Give me Matthew chapter 24 and start at verse 4. Why is it important that we need to know what the image of Christ is? Well, first of all, because he left a description of it, and he also gave us a warning. Start from verse 3.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Right, so his disciples asked him a question. What's going to be the sign of your coming and of the end of the world? Now, this is crucial information. Read.
Verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Take heed that what?
No man deceive you.
That no man deceive you. Why?
For many.
How much?
Many.
A few.
Many.
One.
Many.
How many?
Many.
Many shall what?
Shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
And do what?
And shall deceive many.
Many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Why? Because there is no way we can find a Caucasian description of Jesus the Christ in this Bible. Read on.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Stop. What's going on between Gaza and Iraq and Iran right now? War and rumors of war. This image has been perpetrated throughout the earth for over 450 years. Do you think if they had shown our forefathers this black image of Christ, they could have held us down? Could have never happened. Read.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
Read.
And kingdom against kingdom.
So that's exactly what is happening right now in these last days. Let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Because we are here to teach the people of Antigua and Barbuda that you are the Israelites according to the Bible. Give me verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if we don't listen unto God's voice, what will happen?
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes.
No, if we just do some of his commandments.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right, so we're going to look at some of the curses that happen, because in order for you to know who the children of Israel... Hey, sir, come here. Who we are the children of Israel according to the Bible. Why did slavery happen? My lady, why did slavery happen to our people? Why did slavery happen to our people? Because we broke the commandments of the Lord our God. So Moses said, if you do not hearken or listen unto the voice of God, that all these curses will come upon us. All these curses will come upon us. Give me verse 48.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48.
Listen.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
No. Therefore shalt thou serve thy friends.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies,
Read.
which the Lord shall send against thee,
Read on.
in hunger, and in thirst,
Uh-huh.
and in nakedness,
Uh-huh.
and in want of all things.
Uh-huh.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
All right. Look at this side here. It says that you will serve your enemy until you have destroyed you, placing yokes of irons upon our necks. Who had yokes of irons upon their necks during slavery? It is our forefathers, the so-called Antiguans and Barbudans. One of our great revolutionary leaders, Prince Glass, tried to get us out of this rebellion, but to get us out by rebelling, and they killed him. So the Most High said that you will serve your enemies in what?
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
So in hunger, if no one in their right sense would go to an enemy if they're hungry. But my brother, if you know that someone is your enemy, would you go to them for food? No. So you'll go to them for what? For in hunger and what?
And in thirst.
If you're thirsty and you know that person is your enemy, would you go to them for water? No. Read on.
And in nakedness.
If you want clothes, you would probably prefer to walk naked than go to your enemy for clothes, right? Read on.
And in want of all things.
So even if you want to get understanding, you wouldn't go to your enemy, but God says this enemy you have to go to. How do we identify who this enemy? Hold on. Who this enemy is? Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
He shall put what?
He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
So this enemy now that you have to go to for food, thirst, hunger, in nakedness, he says that same enemy, watch me, the same enemy would have yokes of irons upon you. Who put yokes of iron upon us during slavery? Talk to me. The white man did that to us. God says that they are our enemies. Do we teach that? Give me Romans chapter 12 and verse 18. Because we are not teaching to hate them. We are telling you that we need to identify who our enemies are so that we will be able to grow as a nation of people. Romans chapter 12 and verse 18. Read that.
This is the book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 18.
Read.
If it be possible,
As
much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men.
So that's what we teach. We live peaceably with all men. But at the same time, we will not be ignorant and be subjugated in our own land. Go back to, yes, give me Psalms.
This is the book of Psalms chapter 83 and verse 1.
Read.
Keep not thou silence, O God.
So we are asking the God of the Israel, keep not silent, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Don't be quiet any longer, God. Why?
And be not still, O God.
Read.
For lo, thine enemies.
Thy who?
Thine enemies.
Thy who?
Thine enemies.
So God has enemies. Read on.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
They make a noisy gathering. Read on.
And they that hate thee.
Wait. People hate God. Read that.
They that hate thee.
So they that hate God do what?
Have lifted up the head.
Read on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So they took crafty counsel against the 12 tribes of Israel, starting from during slavery. Read on.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
So there was a consultation against the hidden ones. Who are the hidden ones? We, the so-called Antiguans and the Barbudans, are the hidden ones. Because we don't know that today that we are the Jews, the Israelites, according to the Bible. Read on.
Verse 4.
Read.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
So this is why we don't even know where Israel go.
What are we reading from?
We are reading from the 1611 King James Version, the book of Psalms, chapter 83. So we don't know, because they said, come what?
Come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
No, let me ask you a question. One ship came from the west coast of Africa generations ago and took all these people, dropped some off in Jamaica, dropped some off in Antigua, dropped some off in Guyana, and then 6 generations down the road. How we become different people? Antiguans don't like Jamaicans, Jamaicans don't like Guyanese, but yet still it's just a boat stop. Wake up, my people. We are the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Sir, son, look here. I'm going to prove to you that we are the Israelites. Watch this. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. No, you tell me, because God said, if we keep his commandments, he's going to bless us. If we disobey, he's going to curse us. As a matter of fact, give me verse 45 first. Let me show you something.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 45.
Read.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
Read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So because we didn't listen unto God, God said these curses are going to overtake us. Watch me now.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day.
Read.
Verse 48. Therefore,
Give me verse 46.
verse 46. And they shall be upon thee
So that there is the curses will be upon thee
for a sign
for a sign
and for a wonder,
Read.
and upon thy seed forever.
and upon thy offspring, thy seed forever. So as long as the children of Israel are generated, these curses will be for a sign. So if I want to know where Burger King is, and I don't know where it is, but just look for the what? The sign. So, sorry, the sign is going to point me to where Burger King is. Likewise, these curses is going to point me to who the children of Israel are. Give me verse 68.
Verse 68.
Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Lord, a curse, will bring thee into Egypt again. The first time when we were in Egypt, when God said, Moses said, let my people go, we were in hard bondage, in slavery. Exodus 20 and verse 2, we're going to explain what Egypt means. Read.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God,
Read.
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So the land of Egypt is synonymous with bondage, slavery, captivity. Jump back.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
Bring thee into bondage, slavery, captivity.
again
How?
with ships.
How did we get from the west coast of Africa to the Caribbean islands? How? Come. How? How? With ships. You know what that proves? That this Bible is a real book. It's our history book. And that if that fits you, remember, and thy seed forever, which is your foreparents, that makes you an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin.
That's right.
Read it, hold on. There is more. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So just like how Moses said it's going to happen, it happened just so. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Stop. So wherever those ships stop are, Brazil, Suriname, Barbados, Antigua, Barbuda, in the Americas, wherever they stop, and there what?
You shall be sold unto your enemies.
Didn't this happen to our foreparents? When we came up on those ships, we went and we just lined and enjoyed ourselves. No, we were what? We were what?
Sold unto your enemies.
So, okay, we were sold. So maybe after we were sold, we got a little free time. Read.
For bondmen.
For what?
For bondmen.
Slave men.
And bondwomen.
And slave women. Read on.
And no man shall buy you.
That buy there means to redeem you. Because who tried to redeem us? Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Prince Class, and none of them. Every time someone arrives, they what? They kill them. You know who's going to save us? I'm going to show you a man that have a hair just like yours. Who would you say this is? Revelation chapter 1. Who they tell you it is? Jesus, right? No. Remember, we have to prove all things from the scripture. You catch me? Because too long we've been in these churches. Listen, I grew up as a church mouse. The only position I never hold in church is the woman's president, because I'm not a woman. But I grew up in church, and I had questions, and I was searching, and they couldn't give me the answer. Until I found out what you just found out, that I am an Israelite. Let's see how Christ looked according to the Bible. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So this is the revelation of Jesus Christ. It is the root word of revelation is revealed. Mommy, we're going to reveal Jesus Christ. So we are revealing Jesus Christ. Let's see if what we've been taught for over 450 years is correct. Because you see, the thing about truth, right? Truth is not afraid to be challenged.
At least you get more criticism. That's right.
If I know I am good, you can't touch me. So let's put this to the test. Read verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his ears were white like wool.
Stop. It says that the head, the hair on Christ's head and his beard, because he had a beard, they plucked out his beard when they crucified him, was white in color but woolly. Sorry. Woolly in texture. Does this image have woolly hair? Bro, you have some of the best woolly hair I've come across in a long, long time. But as you get older now, it gets gray. So that's why it was white. Read on.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes was as the flame of fire, because Christ drank wine in moderation. Do you know what was Christ's first miracle? He turned water into? Water into?
Wine.
What? Hey, you alright, bro? So he turned water into wine. So the whites of his eyes were red. Read on.
Verse 15. And his feet.
So, no, we're going from the crown of the head, as they just say in church, to the sole of his, going down to his feet. Right? Yes. So, now he's saying, he's looking at his feet, just like how I can see, sister, come here. Just like how I can see this sister's feet, right? Hold on, watch this. Read. His feet.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Christ's feet was like the complexion of that sister's feet, like fine brass, because brass is brown, like copper. Read on. Let's see how brown it is. Read on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
No, I'm not the smartest guy around, and I'm not a rocket scientist. But anything you burn in fire, what color it turn?
Black.
Turn what?
Black.
It turn black. This is the simplicity of the gospel. You don't have to go to no theological school and do no acrobatics. Just read. Give me John chapter 7 and verse 38. Let's see, because people say, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Because John 7 and verse 38. No, if they had shown us this image, do you think that they could have done this to us? If they had given us this image, could they have done this to us? No, because the maths were the maths. But they had to show us this. So when we see the slave master, we can feel justified and say, oh, you know what? Jesus look like himself. Yeah. But no longer. Why? Because we can read now. We can understand now. The Most High has opened up our understanding. Give me John 7 and verse 38.
This is the book of John.
And this is Jesus' own words, because it's written in red. Read that.
This is the book of John, chapter 7 and verse 38. He that believeth on me.
He that believeth on me. This is what Christ is saying. He that believeth on me. Read on.
As the scripture had said.
No. How?
As the scripture had said.
As how my pastor tell me he should look.
As the scripture had said.
No, what history taught me for over 450 years.
As the scripture had said.
Read.
Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
So we have to believe on Christ as the scripture had said. We brought it out of the scripture, plain as day.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example.